Shakespeare fit into what I was feeling. It's called God's Will. Not by choice, but by God's will. We have been left with memories that will only fill a part of us that has left behind. Like dust in the wind and soon to find that thought we have faith that day has come. That this dream is real and we're no longer numb. The presence of what I know in my heart will keep us together, never to part. Your smile has graced us to no end, a time for all of us to begin, laughing, loving, caring for each. We no longer search, it is within our search. We have blessed, you have blessed us all with something we lack. We will learn from you and always look back. God's will has left us with a part of you that will grace each day with a morning dew. To wake up to butterflies fluttering about, and the knowledge that we're not without. Your smile, your laughter, your love. This, my dear friend, must be God's will.
Gabriel was our friend, our best friend. He was always there for us when we needed a friend. He was there even when we didn't want him to be there, because he always knew when we needed him. In the last year, we spent most of our time together. He was like a brother to us. We had many memories together.
One time we went fishing. He liked to fish a lot. He left the fishing pole on the ground so we could talk. All of a sudden, he saw the fishing pole move and ran to where the pole was. He was so excited to catch the fish. He even jumped into the water. He really wanted the fish. It was only when he grabbed the pole and started to reel it in that he realized he lost the fish.
Another time, he was fighting with his girlfriend. No, it wasn't me nor Christian, his real girlfriend, Gabby. He was down because he had done something upset to her. So I told him that he needed to fix the problem by making her a love CD. And he did. After he'd finished the CD, he went to buy her flowers. After that, we went to her house and he had apologized and made up. He was very happy after that.
Gabriel really liked to cook. He was very good at it. Once when he stayed the night at our house, he fixed pork chops for us, all of us, while we were all sleeping. We could make some meat pork chops. He was very generous with his money, and if he ever had some, he would spend it on buying food for all of us. He liked food a lot.
We played soccer together every single day, even if it was storming or snowing outside. We loved to play soccer. He lost about 50 pounds after he started playing last year. We went running every day and we went to lift weights. He got buff a lot more than both of us.
Gabriel was always there for us. When we felt crappy, he was there to cheer us up no matter what time it was. He did whatever he could to make us smile. He was like a brother to us and like another son to our family.
Many of you had come up to me and asked me what had happened at the lake that day. It is hard when I get those questions unexpected, but today I want to share with you what happened. We went camping at the lake and decided to go swimming. Gabriel wanted to go to the deep end and he made it there. But on the way back, he got tired. He did not know how to swim very well. He started calling my name and he was having a hard time staying above water. As I went out to go get him, he started panicking and started pulling me down and not letting me come back up to the surface. When I did manage to come up to the surface, I grabbed him because he had stopped swimming and was too tired to do anything. I was swimming to shore really hard, holding him, but at some point he had let me go. When I realized that this had happened, I tried to find him and couldn't. That was the last time I saw him. 2.5 hours later, the rescue boat found his body.
Life is not the same anymore. It will never be. Getting home after school or after practice is sad and disappointing because he is not there. We don't feel like ourselves anymore.
Facing the reality that he is never coming back is hard. Sometimes I think he is away somewhere like in Mexico or away with his dad in western Kansas. And I think he will come back, but in reality he's not coming back and it's like a nightmare.
Not having Gabriel here anymore makes me want to be a better person. I will try to be the person he was. Generous, happy, and someone who you could come to when you needed advice.
His memory is an inspiration to me and it keeps me going every day. He wouldn't want us all to be sad. He would want us to be happy and keep enjoying life and keep remembering the great times we had with him.
Thank you, guys. Jasenia.
I've known Gabriel since we were little. It was crazy. He would go and come back from Mexico so many times like it was nothing. He's an amazing guy and an even better friend. Most people here saw him like an older brother, not because he was so muscular and could beat anyone in one hit, but because he was there when anyone needed him. He still is and he always will be. His personality and his smile will never be forgotten. I remember he would joke about anything. He'd find something positive in everything too. If you were hurting, he'd make you laugh, even if that meant he'd have to embarrass himself. He never had problems with anyone, and if he did, he would do anything to fix it. Today, 17 years ago, God blessed this crazy world with his presence, and anyone that truly knew him would know he wouldn't want us mourning his passing. He'd want the complete opposite of that. He'd want you guys celebrating his life and all the things he accomplished. He'd want you to remember him and smile, to be happy about all the things he once did to make you smile. He's still here with us, protecting us and wanting the best for all of us. He won't ever leave. His memory's here to stay. Happy birthday, my guardian angel.
Thank you, Jasenia. We have Miss Garden. Miss Garden had Gabriel in Spanish class for 2 years.
I had Gabriel in my Spanish 1 and 2 class, and I'm a very sad person. He would have been in my block 7 this year. He was a great kid. He was kind and considerate. And I knew that if I asked him to do something, he would, even if he gave me a hard time about it. And even though he drove me nuts at times, like when he and Arturo played baseball with dice in my class, or throwing paper basketballs, or stamping ladybugs all over everything, we always had fun. For food day, he and Arturo made enchiladas, and when I told him how good they were, he tried to explain how to make enchilada sauce. He was like, "It's simple, I can't cook." I was going to ask him to explain it again this year to me, but I don't get the opportunity. I'm determined to figure out how to make enchilada sauce. At the end of the year, his math class went to McDonald's on the field trip. He was late or forgot his money, and I don't remember what happened. He came to my class. It was my plan. And I had him work and turn in assignments. He didn't complain. He wanted to play games, but he went ahead and did his assignments. We had some good conversations that day. He had a smile, a warmth, and a kindness about him. He cared for his friends, always. He cared about his family. When I first had Gabriel in Spanish 1, it was second semester, and his mom was recovering from a back injury. He was concerned about her getting well and taking care of his sisters. When I would see him from then on, I would always ask him about her, and he'd say, "She's good, thanks." I'm sure Fabiola wonders why I ask her every day how Mom's doing. He wrote on a sticky note, "You're the greatest," and stuck it in my book, and it's still there. He will be missed, but always remembered and loved.
We also have Coach Rhodes. He was a soccer player, a great soccer player from what I hear. So I thank Ms. Guardian and Mr. Coach Rhodes for doing this.
A lot closer to what Miss Garding is than these kids over here. They're strong. And they're strong for Gabriel because he was such a strong individual, not just because he could hit people with one punch or, get all buff, but because, he was there. He was the rock, and he really was. To me, he was a great player. He was someone that you could count on, and like they were saying, he was pudgy, and we teased him on it, and he would take it. "Okay, Rhodes, I'll get in shape, then I'll beat you." And he did. He came in shape, worked real hard, and he would have started this year on the defense. I had him as a student, really good student. And he knew that I wasn't cut him any breaks because he was, failing the class. And I was like, "Get your grades up," because he transferred over. And I was like, "Get your grades up or you won't be able to play." And he worked hard. Had him as a girls' manager. I think it was just because he liked girls. I don't know. He was a good manager. Give him something and he would do it. So it wasn't like he was just there for the girls. He helped us out too. And he was a great friend. He was someone that would come in, even when I didn't have him in class, say, "Hey, how you doing, Coach?"